is making qualifying.
Turn 2. Landing castle.
That's what you don't want to have happen at 215 miles per hour. 215 miles per hour.
Wow, look at the back of it.
My speed is positive.
And he had just started his mock qualifying run.
You see a little high up the track here, and once you get up out of that black groove down there, there's not a lot of grip, and I'm pretty sure that's what happened to him.
And you're so committed here. You heard Brad Keselowski talk about the commitment it takes here qualifying.
Allgaier fourth in this practice.
Oh, got one around.
And an issue for the 07. Corbin Forster driving it this weekend.
A slow, lazy.
Boy, he was loose before he even got very far down into the corner.
Man, and he's so fortunate to be able to keep that thing out of the outside wall. You know, when you're a kid making one of your few starts, when you make a mistake and you don't pay the price by packing it into the wall, that's a valuable lesson.
However the first group is racing, you're going to do something completely different. Oh, we got a spin off of turn 2. Oh, and a heavy contact to the outside wall by A.J. Allmendinger.
Well, we saw that yesterday with David Reagan and late in practice. Here we're late in practice. He says the right rear tire maybe went down. Pretty good, is right. It's up out of the groove. He seemed headed for the wall.
He's trying to save it.
Bam, bam.
And keep in mind, his spotter Coleman Presley stands about 3/4 of a mile from where that impact was. So.
Oh wow, he just loses it right in the middle of the corner.
Or way loose.
He did an amazing job of actually keeping it out of the outside wall, as Jimmie Johnson does so often.
Yeah, it looks like we can keep this car, and as hard as I went into the grass, I thought the front end was gone. So you just never know how the splitter's going to interact with the grass and what kind of divot it'll take. But the Cobalt Tools Chevy's in okay shape. We'll get it fixed. Yeah, I lost it way before that on corner entry. So I went down fighting. I slid it for a long ways, went from 4th to 3rd, and kept it off the outside wall and did a pretty nice job. And then my steering was just pointed down towards the grass, and down I went. So I came close to pulling it off.
By 2. 2-mile track, 100 laps, ready to go. 8th race of the 2017 season, and we're green at Michigan. And Jones has the early jump. The high line is the best line.
Kyle Wertheim now has jumped into the 2nd spot in that 78 car.
These guys are on a different racetrack than what they practiced on. We've had a lot of practice from the NASCAR Cup Series and the Xfinity Series today. Qualifying for the Cup Series just ended just a few minutes before the start of this race. So these guys are on a completely different racetrack than what they've seen in practice. So there's probably a couple of them that are already wondering if they made the right choices for the final adjustment.
And they also talk about this Goodyear rubber that's down from the Cup cars is a little bit slick for a few laps here too.
Caution is out at Michigan International, and the leader, the pole sitter, last year's winner, Brandon Jones, is around. Caution working on lap 11 of 100. First, Justin Fontaine made some contact and then looked like he was spewing some liquids from behind for a while. There certainly was smoke coming out, and the next thing we saw is Jones around. So let's go back and take a look and try to figure out what is going on.
That's Sheldon Creed right there, the 28 car. You see the 33 already into the outside wall. Justin Fontaine, they were battling for position, but it looked like there was a lot of fluid coming out from under this 33 car. There's another view of him getting in the wall.
If we see the back of this car, you're going to see the oil actually coming out from underneath the car and covering that back panel. And unfortunately, it seems like as the leaders were coming through and they were coming into that oil, you know, here's our leader. He has no idea what's going on, and all of a sudden, around he goes.
You can see the streak of fluid right there that he got into.
Oh my.
He does a great job keeping that car down towards the bottom of the racetrack.
That's incredible.
We looked on around the corner. That was actually going in turn 3. There's Thomas Prater. He gets in the oil over in turn 4, and he goes around. This is even before the 8 of Brandon Jones, our leader, went around.
Here for Weatherman in the 78, the St. Charles Glass and Glazing machine. They're going to try to get this pit stop done. Oh, we had a caution.
It's Zane Smith into the wall hard. And we are under caution just shy of the midpoints.
Dalton Sargent also came down pit road, but when the caution came out, he went back on the racetrack to stay on the lead lap. But hard hit for Zane Smith, that Musselman's Toyota.
Let's see.
Oh, that right front tire explodes.
Whoa. Oh,
And
it's a big hit.
See the angle that he hit that outside wall. That was a big hit right there.
You know, I took a hit very similar in Daytona this year in the Xfinity Series, and man, you don't realize the force that goes through the body whenever you take a hit like that. So glad to see him get out of the car, and unfortunately holding that knee, but they'll get him all fixed up, and you know, he'll be able to hopefully come back, you know, in a couple
Back
weeks.
to green, 59 complete at Michigan International, and they're going to stay side by side up front with Miller and Herbst, and then Jones pushing Miller back to the front. Jones in the 8 car, the outside, but now coming right back.
Trouble
it's
for
Riley
Jones.
Herbst on the bottom, and Jones is a little wiggly.
He may have a slack tire, it looks like. He was definitely off the pace when he got down to turn 1. Great battle for the lead right here.
On board with Herbst, looking up at Miller in the 41, and they make contact. And Miller's into the wall.
Herbst
and
is into the
Herbst
wall.
2 around. The 2 leaders crash out here in Michigan. That's Sheldon Creed, who's multiple laps down because of earlier issues.
Oh,
Kyle Benjamin
didn't see the 19 of David Sear come by and drove right in the side of him. I don't think he had any damage till that happened.
I don't think so either. You know, we talked.
That car on the outside robbed that 18 car of rear downforce.
Riley actually entered kind of high there for being side
I think
by
he
side.
probably couldn't even turn the wheel because he was already loose and knew he was loose. You see the 15 of Benjamin going around. He was racing side by side with a 78 of Weatherman. Looks like he got loose on the bottom.
2 separate incidents. 2 separate incidents and 3 major contenders severely impacted. Just a couple of more turns to go. Brandon Jones finished 2nd in his first race of the season at Pocono last week, and he's going to go back-to-back at Michigan. Brandon Jones has won in Arca at Michigan International with a dominating finish to this event. From the winner with Jim Trado in victory lane.
He made it look easy at Michigan to get position after spinning in oil while leading. What a day, Brandon Jones. Take us through this hard-fought victory.
It was crazy for sure. I got kind of scared at the end. Our car went away a little bit. We were dominant right there early on, and I told Marty Lindley we needed just a little more front turn, and I don't know if the track heated up. The sun started coming out pretty bad there, and we got a little free, so I was getting worried. I was just waiting for him to make a mistake, and unfortunately for him, he did. So all in all, great day. Pole car, we've been fastest in qualifying, practice, everything, so I can't thank MDM enough. Next year, Michigan-based team is out here for us, so this is awesome.
Last year, you took 5 races and said, I want to run Arca before I run Xfinity. It's my first-time season. You finished 10th in points with some solid runs after doing that back-to-back. Last week at Pocono. This weekend in Michigan. What are you going to take with you tomorrow here at Michigan in the Xfinity Series race?
That may be key right there, seeing how the car went free at the very end. You know, it's something that we need to keep an eye out for. General Tire did an awesome job bringing a good tire. Everything held up this time around, so everything was great there. I think we'll take that away from us. We know with the line to run, we know where to restart at if we're leading the race tomorrow, so I think we know the preferred groove.
That's Brandon Jones, a winner here in MDM Racing. Now 3 victories on the season here in the Arca Racing Series. Brandon Jones victorious here at Michigan, giving his girlfriend Ashley a hug and a little bit of bath. I'm sure they don't mind it on this hot day. It got real hot here at the end of the race, guys.
Race fans, it is time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command to start the engines, please welcome today's Grand Marshal, President and CEO of CP Federal Credit Union, John Christ.
On behalf of my brother-in-law, who love NASCAR, can you all help me say, drivers, start your engines!
A couple of guys that have a pair of victories at Michigan on the front row. Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, time to get it done at Michigan. Contact. And there goes Kyle Busch.
Interrolling here again. Interrolling. Oh, it's killed.
Yeah, there's right side damage to the car. He hit the outside wall after what was probably an attempted of a bump draft, you think,
Yeah.
Austin? Or
That's what I was a little worried about. He didn't have a lot of help out the back there. 22 got a run, and, well, he went with it.
great break. He got a good jump. Watch. He gets rolling, and he's going to clear Brad Keselowski. Look at that jump he got.
Yeah, here's where the problem happens. The one's going to give this little air push to the 22. He's going to have a run by the time he gets to the start-finish line.
And I think Kyle just moved up to stay in front of the 22 of Keselowski, and Keselowski was there. They made contact.
He didn't lift.
It was almost like Brad jumped up to go with him and then said, wait, the door's open outside. And when he made the move outside, there was contact.
Yeah, he wanted to continue that run he had going. I mean, track position is huge, and getting that clean air on the front of the nose to start the race.
Oh, you can hear Brad.
He tried to save him there, but it was too far.
Brad came out of the gas and tried to give Kyle a break, but he was already committed. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's going to be enough to hurt him. He just barely hangs him in the right rear.
Man, he had a heck of a run.
We are lucky that didn't take out everybody, all bunched up to start the race. Here's what Brad Keselowski had to say.
Figured you hit him a little bit. Tiny bit. Even touched him. Swerved back and forth in front of me. Well, that was exciting. Yeah. Oh, crazy. Can't believe those two would ever get into each other.
How about this? 6th stage win of 2017 for that 22 car. Back-to-back weeks where they have been solid. Hamlin was 2nd in stage 1. Top series regular Elliott Sadler. Paul Menard going to be 4th. William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Spencer Gallagher, Ty Dillon, Cole Custer, and Justin Allgaier, your top 10 in the opening stage at Michigan.
20's backed up to the 0-0 there.
Nice push by Hamlin on 19-year-old Cole Custer. Can you imagine being 19? His eyes are probably wide open right now, diving into turn 1 with the lead here at Michigan. Oh, trouble.
96 of Ben Kennedy.
A net in it also.
Yeah, it's a net in the 5. Saw the 33 of Brandon Jones go skating through. Not sure he got any damage. 3rd caution of the day. 2nd for an incident on track. The other coming to end stage 1. We said restarts here are exciting. J.J. Yeley also getting some damage in the 14. And he had to start at the back today. Right side of your screen.
Brandon Jones gets loose, spins around, and it looked like a net into the back of Ben Kennedy, and Michael Annett had the worst damage. I think Kennedy will be able to continue.
Looks like the 96 is going to get the worst end of this here because the 33 got a little loose. He checked for him. The 5 couldn't get slowed down, and they get the bad damage.
Brandon Jones just got a piece of the wall with his right rear. Other than that, he's able to drive away.
Watch the 96 and the 5 come together, though. Ben Kennedy's car up in the air. Big contact to that left rear wheel. That probably did him in with that rear end housing being bent.
A lot of damage to both bodies, so their downforce is going to be way down.
Yeah, these cars will go on that 5-minute crash clock, and if you can't get it repaired, you are done for the day per NASCAR rules.
And washes up the track. We got a spin here.
Hold your brake. Caution is out.
Caution is out.
Oh,
the same instance here. Denny said earlier he was out.
Get it rolling if you can.
Denny was not hoping for the caution. Now he's loving this caution here at the end.
Tift was running 12th. I thought he might be stuck for a moment. Looks like he's going to get it out of the grass and back onto the pavement.
I figured that was not going to be the last caution of the race.
You called it.
Austin Dillon was willing to bet us it wasn't going to be the last caution, and it wasn't.
A couple of rookies going at it here.
You wonder what air looks like when it pushes a car around? That's a great shot of it right there. These cars are so uneasy when there's cars around them. Just amazing how loose they get. Was that a little bit more than air?
Low. Come on.
That angle looked like he hit him. He didn't. We know that, but it looked like it.
I bet you Matt Tiff thinks he did.
That air, I mean, it's so sensitive when you start pushing guys around. When your car is a little bit faster than the next guy, you can kind of just move them where you want to. The 21, he didn't mean to move them. It just air packed up right there, and the 19 lost it.
Hamlin's got to run, Adam. Can he get Byron loose?
Right at your bumper here.
Yes, he did.
Coming off of turn 2.
Wow. Back, looking bottom. Inside quarter. Speed smooth up top. Top and out back.
And here comes Elliott Sadler.
Smooth up top. 2 back to the top lane.
3-man dance for the lead.
Still there inside quarter. Keep coming.
Byron hanging on. Hamlin looking inside. Sadler's right there as well. Contact as they come off of turn 4. Back to the checkered flag at the line. Denny Hamlin wins it by a nose. What a finish.
Impressive finish today.
Thank you, race team.
That will absolutely break your
Been a while
heart.
since someone won like that. Hey, that's called doing work right there, babe. I know you got it in it. You're a damn all-star. Now go do it tomorrow.
Closest finish ever at Michigan International Speedway in the Xfinity Series.
Just a perfect job of driving by Denny Hamlin. He put the pressure on William Byron. He got him a little bit loose off turn 2, and Byron hung in there tough. Denny did everything exactly right.
And the Gatorade bath. Well, it's been over a year since you won in this series, Denny, but what's more important, this is your first NASCAR win this year. What does it do for you personally just to get back here to victory lane?
Yeah, it's good. The Hisense 4K TV camera was fast all day. Definitely didn't want that debris caution at the end. I did see it up in turn 3, and I was just hoping they weren't going to call it. But I tell you, proud of this whole team. Pit stops were awesome with that #1 pit stall that really College Benjamin got us last week by qualifying so well. That really helped us a lot. Got to thank everyone from Hisense, of course, Sport Clips, Interstate Batteries, Toyota, JGR Engines, great engine, Coca-Cola, the Jordan brand, everyone watching on Xfinity X1 and all the NASCAR fans. Definitely feels good.
William Byron, he's a rookie, and on the radio they told you he's a rookie and he's nervous right now. How did you race him, and were you impressed, especially by the speed he carried off the corner?
Yeah, he did a great job, and really I knew he had a really good car that last long run that we had. He was about to pass me, so he's done a great job. Obviously, he's one of NASCAR's next future superstars, and I wanted to race him clean. I wasn't going to turn him or anything like that, so I stayed low below him, and it got him a little bit loose through 1 and 2. That allowed me to get position. And then into turn 3, we both got sideways. He slid up just enough to let me barely get to that left rear, and it was just enough to drag race past him. So proud of this team. Great that we got a win.
All right, Denny Hamlin wins at Michigan.
And Chase Briscoe right there.
I think Chase gets Bell.
Oh, forces his way down inside. Bell sideways, hangs on to it. That's going to allow John Hunter Nemechek the gap he needs for sure to get to the finish. But Briscoe takes away second, and John Hunter Nemechek around turn 4 is going to bring it home. So much tough luck this year, but tonight is his night. Nemechek wins at Gateway.
Old man still got it, ain't we? He's a man, bud. He's a man.
Somebody talking about somebody that needed a win. He does one happy dad right there, truck owner.
It's been a tough year to this point. 5 finishes outside the top 20 for John Hunter Nemechek this season. They've run so much better than the results have shown, but that win right there will get him to the playoffs.
Trucks every week, just bad luck, bad decisions on my part, his part. But I'm gonna tell you, that's a wheel man right there. And I've been racing my whole life. He's the man.
All right, he is the man tonight. John Hunter Nemechek, the winner, guys.
Wow. That's a good feeling right there. His 4th career win.
Remember, he won in Canada, but a lot of people questioned for his last win when he got into Cole Custer on the last corner, last lap, but that young man did an outstanding job, was flawless tonight in going to victory lane.
Certainly did, and you can see the emotion there on John Hunter Nemechek's face. Very excited crew. His father Joe here with him as well, getting congratulations from all his crew members, his road crew. John, I see the tears in your eyes. This emotional win for you. I know there's been a lot up and down for this team. What does this do for you guys moving forward, this win?
Yeah, it's definitely an emotional win. All the hard work that goes in, everyone works their tails off, and we haven't had the best of luck this year. And getting in victory lane when we needed to, God is great. I can't thank him enough. Being faithful, I knew all the hard work would pay off. So this is awesome Father's Day present for Dad here and team owner. I got to thank all the NASCAR fans, the NASCAR Cameron World Truck Series family, Donna Malton, DAB Constructors, Fire Alarm Services, Berry Bullets, Slavic Sausage, Rocky Ridge Custom Trucks, Rockwell, Romco, Chicken Sticks, and Mini Melts of America. And at the DAB Constructors, they came on the hood this weekend, and I can't thank them enough. And not knowing how many more races we're going to get to this year, this definitely means a lot.
What was going through your mind when you made the pass for the lead in those closing laps as well?
I was hoping that there wasn't going to be a caution. Those guys didn't take tires in front of me, and we took two that last strategy. So Todd Bodine, our strategy worked off. Jerry Kennan was awesome. So got to thank Dad, Jerry Kennan, Austin, C, Ronnie, the whole pit crew, Bo back at the shop, Courtney, PR girl. I got to thank everyone, my mom, my whole family, my sisters for all the support.
Congratulations, and I want to talk to your dad for a moment. A big Father's Day gift for you. You've been in this sport a long time. You've seen the ups and downs. How have you seen your son persevere through the tough times?
Well, you know what's tough right now. We've had some great partners come on board with Fire Alarm Services and DAB and Romco, but we don't have only half our season sold, and we're to the point now where we didn't know if we were going to go next week, or we have certain races sold, and it's just tough. And I hate to see John Hunter go through that because he has so much talent. He's going to be a Cup champion one of these days, and right now we're just trying to get to the next race, and he is tough. It's as far as driving the race car is one thing, but then when you have to deal with all the financial part of it, just to try and figure out how you're going to keep going, that makes it really tough on a young kid. But he is one heck of a driver. That was his will tonight. We got the truck close, but he was on it.
Congratulations. A very special Father's Day weekend here for the Nemecheks, guys.
Race fans, it is time for those most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command to start the engines, please welcome today's Grand Marshals, Grammy-nominated country music duo, Thompson Square.
Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
And drivers, start your engines!
And here we go, folks. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go motoring in the Motor City, drivers.
Well, they all fan out, but drivers that went right to the bottom or right to the top paid the price on that first lap.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it. I saw the one car, McMurray, he got up high getting into three. Listen, the first turn's not too bad. You're not up to full song, but when you go down the back on that first lap into the third turn, that's the most treacherous part of the day.
And if he gets it, well, that's more than any other team has this season.
It's amazing.
They put a great effort into this.
Amazing stat.
He is continuing to build quite an advantage when those playoffs come around.
MTJ, Martin Truex Jr. wins stage one from the Kyles, Larson and Busch, Hamlin and Kenseth, Boyer, Blaney, Elliott, Logano, and Jimmie Johnson gets the final stage point. Coming to the flag for stage two. Truex Jr. and Kyle Busch. 1-2.
How many stages is Truex won now?
10.
10.
Nobody else won more than 4. Ryan Sieg is spun at turn 4, lap 150, bringing out the caution flag. With 50 laps to go, and this happens pretty close in front of Martin Truex.
Oh, that was a big moment for Martin Truex Jr. He almost spun around trying to avoid Ryan Sieg.
I think he was. I don't think he was sure he was going to come down the racetrack, and he thought he might have to go under him. So I think he just made an evasive move that almost bit him.
Restarted second row outside. Good spot.
Whoa, a car up the hill hard. I think he's going to get in the wall. I can't tell who it is.
Clint Boyer.
Keep it up there. Yellow's out. Keep it up there. Keep it up there. Keep it up there.
Caution.
Let us know if your right sides are flat. Keep it up there.
Yeah, Boyer got pushed up the hill and he got into the wall. You can see the car smoking, so he got right side damage.
Boyer was running 7th, and there is another break for Kyle Busch, concerned about fuel.
Yeah, but he got passed. So I think that you might see them come down to get some fresher tires. Oh yeah, you see Boyer just trying to squeeze through the middle there, and between the 22 coming up a little bit and the air taking off his quarter panel from the 1.
Yeah, he just drove in hard trying to get clear both those cars, the one on the outside and the 22 on the inside, and they got loose on him.
Now let's go back 2 laps and watch Logano and Earnhardt on the restart here.
Casey Kane.
Big loose moment by the 5 of Casey Kane. Look at how the momentum kills you when you lose it.
Really nice start by the 24 that time.
Almost think too good of a start, because now the 42's to his quarter panel going into the corner.
Ooh, we got loose.
Something's wrong with Blaney. He's not going anywhere, backing up the whole field.
Looked like and got a bump there from Harvick.
Oh, they got a wreck. They got a wreck.
Big wreck behind you.
Heavy impact to the inside wall by Danica.
Oh, you see the left rear, the 21 is down.
Both Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney got really loose down there in turn 1.
The 21 of Blaney just gets loose right there.
Slides up in front
of 4.
Yeah,
they just all stack up from there. Here comes Danica. The pretty nice run. Yeah, she had nowhere to go.
Bubba Wallace got into the back of the 19 of Suarez and shot him over into Danica.
Yeah, after there was contact between Suarez and
Wallace got in the back of the 19,
and
shot him down the hill. Right here, you'll see it. Here comes Danica's going to show up here in a second. Now watch the 43.
Yeah, the 21, the 4, and the 19 make contact, and then the 19 comes down.
43 right, yeah.
All right, Danica's out of her car. She is okay. We're going to ride with Kevin Harvick.
Needed your left rear as well. Top roll a little better this time. Easy, easy. Outside, inside now, inside now. Middle pretty tight.
Looked like the 19 sort of squeezed the 4 up into the 21. He makes contact with the outside wall. They ricochet.
Coming outside, 3 wide middle, 3 wide middle, 2 outside, 1 in, 2 outside, 1 in.
Did he go to third gear?
2 outside, 1 inside.
Couldn't hear.
I almost thought he went to third gear.
Caution's out. 21 must have had a flat here, Jim. Get low.
Riding with Bubba Wallace.
Still inside. 2 above you, 1 below.
Right there.
Stay with it, bud.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go.
Easy, dig straight. The 5 still inside. Keep hustling. The caution will be behind you. You're ahead of that 5.
These 3 cars get almost glued together coming off the corner. The 19, the 4, and the 21.
I think right there's what cut Blaney's left rear down. When the 4 got into him, then everybody took evasive action, and Danica was the worst for the wear.
Here's Ryan Blaney's radio.
Got a flat left rear. Does the 4 just run it to be on the straightaway?
Well, if you believe in karma and omens, look at the quarter panel of Kyle Larson's car and his uniform. Cars 3 #1 this weekend at the box office. Car 42, Kyle Larson, #1 at Michigan International Speedway. Larson wins. Chase Elliott second for the third Michigan race in a row.
Man, you made up on those green starts. Very proud of you. Oh yeah, great job. Great pit stops all day. Good job. Great team effort. Good job. Let's put on a show for him here.
42 and cause him to go up the hill. 45.
Look at this in victory lane. You don't see that very often.
Kyle Larson taking home the checkered flag is today's Sunoco fueling victory. And that's the best victory lane in racing because it's just this side of pit wall, right in full view of all the fans on the front stretch.
You know how often I've seen this? Never. That is pretty cool. He left his mark. Look, he left his mark in the pit lane, over in the victory lane.
Let's head down to victory lane for the celebrations.
I've seen Ron Hornet in the Hall of Fame do a burnout going into victory lane, but never a driver leaving his marks like this. Kyle Larson with son Owen. Now Owen scored a trophy last night in the Father's Day Olympics. You scored the big one today, but was the winning move the restart that you power drove past Kyle Busch to get lane choice at the end?
Yeah, I mean, Ryan Blaney gave me a heck of a push, so I really got to thank him a ton, I knew the Penske cars took off good, so I was happy to see him behind me, and so for us to withstand a few restarts there with some tough competitors was pretty important, so can't thank these guys enough. Cars 3 Chevy was really, really fast, and cool to win it. Great Father's Day present for myself and all the other fathers out there. My dad's here today too, so looking forward to celebrating with them.
This team certainly has really harnessed that momentum and really doing something with it.
Yeah, we've been so close to so many other wins. This is our second Cup win of the year, but we've had 6 second-place finishes, so could have 30 more bonus points. But all in all, good season so far, and we'll continue to keep building on what we got.
There he is, Owen and Kyle. 1-2 finishes this weekend here at MIS.
And he mentioned